There is a continuous plot against Bharat. Because of the colonization, they have gained a data bank of of how Bharat functions because of their colonial period, which gave the British very great insight into the functioning of our nation. They know how to fine tune our society so that it can be broken and broke down. How they gain this knowledge? By observing, by getting report after report on our system, like this Madras method. They have exported to their own country and then eliminated our system here in India. All those mutual help school. They call that École Mutuelle in France, which came from the British. Uh, that's how they functioned. They pick the system from India, they integrate in their own system, and that got spreaded to France, Germany, or Italy, and other European countries. But it's the main countries are France. From England went to France, and then to Germany until the war came out, broke out. Before they were spreading each other their stolen knowledge from India. That's all they were doing. Schopenhauer is a German. Jung, is also a German. Freud I think, is a Swiss. All these people were picking ideas from India, Upanishad, and they were doing a lot of things, and they were not able to catch up to the notion of what is consciousness, what is awareness, what is Paramatma. But they were roaming about the idea. They were not yet caught the central concept of our Hindu Dharma, but they were just roaming about that idea from some meters around. They were not got the central point. So they were mistaken in their approach. Yeah, of course. Even Freud and even Pascal, French Pascal, he used to say, I am, je pense, donc je suis. I think, so I am. But we say, I think, I am, that's why I think. Because if I am not a consciousness, I cannot even think. The consciousness gives the power to think. I repeat, French say, Pascal, je pense, donc je suis. I think, that's why I exist. The Indians say, I exist in pure consciousness, that's why I think. The same thing, but this kind of fine tuning of knowledge, the British got also looking at our society, how it functioned in many ways through castes and all those things. And they studied the effective interdependence of our village, which is a microcosmic level. It is functioning in an autonomous way, as if it is a nation in itself, with all people helping each other. You just have to look at the video I have posted in my Chanakya Gan, Chanakky, Chanakya, Gan, which it is a copy of a video that has been taken during the period of the British, which depicts how those people were living in the village in 1800 or 19, I don't know what the period is, but it is a old video. You can see in my YouTube. And that in that period, the people were helping each other in a village, and the American who was filming commented like this: "How great these people are! I am awed by the scene that they are creating a network in itself, an ecosystem in itself, in a small village. Nobody has to go to the external world to get help from for whatever reason, because they are helping each other, and they formed a network which is very effective from medicine. They did not have to go to the outside world to get food. They did not have to go to the outside world to get their cart repaired. They did not have to go to the outside world to get their house constructed. They did not have to go to the outside world to get their roads paved. They did not have to go to the outside world to educate their children. They did not have to go to the outside world to plant their rice in their fields. They did not have to go to the outside world and search for some ingredients or some kind of fertilizers or pesticide. They did not have to go to the outside world because they naturally farmed their own rice, and the people were extremely strong, and they walked for 20 kilometers easily because of this strength. But now the Indians are not capable of walking 20 kilometers at the very difficult for them. But at that time, yes, the strength of the people were in such a way that the people used to walk from the village to my town, Pondicherry. I saw many village people coming in by walk because they were strong. But now, no. Because of all this, they observed finally that the village people were based on such the smith, the iron smith was making those vessels, copper smiths and other goldsmiths. They were all, the British were all looking at them. When they called, just for your information, when they call Smith, it is a caste in England. Smith is a caste like Patel in Gujarat. So, you see, English were also caste based, then, but they wanted to broke our caste, and they what they did is to, I think they brought the Smith caste from India. I don't know if they it's a research work to have to be done on this matter. If somebody is interested in doing research work, how the caste system in England formed with names like Smith, they do only jobs about even Smiths in iron. Smith is the person who is doing work in iron. It's a caste in England. How it formed, how they perhaps had got inspiration from India, how they wanted to capture the system and transfer the system to their country. They they know how the village work, the village work interdependently. They wanted to transfer that system to their nation, England, and it is perhaps because of that copying the system they got Smiths in their villages. In the British village in 1800 or 1900, to 1900 and 19, some 22 or 200 years ago. I continue. By observing the functioning of our caste system that gave knowledge to some people with a profound sense of knowledge, that the only the caste system can give. Even university cannot give you enough material to understand the gold making, but a goldsmith with his knowledge from generation to generation is able to beat the Jews in Bruxelles, no, in Belgium. Belgium is a very important diamond cutting. They are having a diamond cutting industry in Belgium. They are only industry, and they are not raw materials. They are furnishing raw materials from Congo and other African countries, and they used to do the fine tuning of those raw materials into diamonds. And the Jews were thrown out of their country, from Belgium. Their industry was stopped. Uh, by whom the industry was collapsed, was thrown out of Belgium area, and they went out of job. It is our Gujarati people who came there as goldsmiths. They went to there, and those people, because of their caste system, they were able to capture the whole market of gold, of diamond making in a place nearby Belgium, and they were able to survey there, and with the ability to be the world's first and largest community that can make such an entry into Belgium in that industry called diamond industry, and they won and they were able to throw out the Jews who were working there since centuries. So this all proves that the strength of the caste system, the knowledge which were transferred from père en fils, as they say in French, the father to son, was an enormous data bank. And if you kill the caste system, you can kill that data bank, and that will finish off with India, because the knowledge that Indians got from this system made them to export to our nation as cotton, silk fabrics, as other items, muslin, that can be put in a small space of in a handful. No, you can take a muslin silk tissue clothing, and you can put in a space of some centimeters, square centimeter, no, square, in a small, very little space. As I say square meter, we can say square millimeter. No, in that space they can put the whole silk sari, the muslin sari. That's how the technology was developed in India. The silk industry, the cotton industry, the dyeing industry, the dyeing with the coloring industry. Coloring industry was a very, very huge industry, and the British were not able to know how the chemicals were used to color the dye, the print the clothing with the designs of so many designs. Even Chinese were importing from India. Uh, how the Indians had to dye the cloth, they were importing because of that absence of knowledge. I want to tell this very forcefully. Because of that absence of knowledge, the India was great, and that knowledge system came from the caste. And the the British know now that destroying the caste, you destroy the knowledge system, and then traditional knowledge system will vanish, and we will put in that place the industrial revolution, industrial system, that is one man greed based system, breaking a society, depriving the people of their jobs, pushing them into joblessness, making them as drunkards, and creating only widows. This is the nasty system they gave to India by throwing out the destroying the caste system. They only created havoc in our villages, where the wives were becoming more and more widows because of their husbands' joblessness, pushed them into drinking alcohol. That's what is there, remains. Wherever you go, they were introducing this system. So first they broke the caste system. They were deliberately describing the caste system as the worst system in the world, as if it is while in Bhagavad Gita it was never mentioned caste system as never mentioned like that. It is only a Varna system that's never whatever had to do with the caste system. That's only the gunas, three gunas. Three gunas are the kind of qualities in their in the in each person that have to be exploited to the potential of to its full potential. So to use that guna to the full potential, we invented a system called caste system, the community system, the club system. If you want to call it as a professional club, you can call it, but it is not a caste. We can jump from one caste to another, or we can even flexibly a person can and from another caste, Shudra can, if he has the guna, become a Brahmin, no, like a Vaishya, like those who wrote the Ramayana and Mahabharata were not Valmiki or the are not Brahmins, no. So uh, all these misconceptions were spreaded by British to break the caste system. And I asked my friend of mine, no, just one question. He was from the was a goldsmith. His father was a goldsmith. He was a goldsmith, and how he gained knowledge. He explained me that by observing his father, he learnt a lot of things, and fine tuning them. Gave him the ability to make gold jewels in a very very fine tuning way, fine way. Those are artmanship that nobody can beat, even from colleges and engineering colleges from France. They were not still now they are not able to copy the same jewel. Still now no company from France is able to compete with our ordinary goldsmith in a Tattan, no? Tattan in a Tamil Nadu petty shop, no? It's not very, it is very mind blogging. La. You have to rethink of your all this destroy all these things, no? You have to rethink, you remodel your thinking. Your way of thinking should be remodeled. You have to make a revolution in your mind itself to rethink all those things. Don't fall into thinking that all the caste system is bad and everything the British tell you. Told you in 200 years ago, and they are always giving fund to all people, all kind of people to continue this propaganda. And this is a vast, nasty thing. And there's a loss is for only Indians. No, yeah, nobody is going to lose. That's Indians who are going to lose all these things. That's why they were the first observed all this school system, professional systems, and they copied for them and brought to the British. Madras method education system was carried to British land and went to France as École Mutuelle. You understand? The all this knowledge caste system was copied and brought to England as Smiths. So they copied our knowledge system and they become great, and we lost our knowledge system. And we are losing. Just we are giving one industrial man to do all the jobs, and others are jobless. Is this the society we want to create very drunkards and create some widows? Industry is good, but no, too much industry is killing only village systems, interdependent and social systems, and creating havoc in our country. When we go to Madagascar, we see how they happily live even in poverty. They are used to sit down outside their house and discuss with each other. Where is that network of neighborhood? Where is that calm and playing children in the streets? In the name of development, we are destroying India. The caste system should be re-implemented in every village and every nook and corner, so that conversion, because no, the British did one thing in one throw of stone. They destroyed through three things. With the destruction of caste system, they destroyed the knowledge system. With the destruction of knowledge system, they got they made the Indians to jobless. By making them jobless, they stopped the export of their goods and the economic wealth of the nation, and also making widows in the villages, and also making them more and more addict to alcohol, and also joblessness is creating all these havocs in the country. And by destroying all these things, they prepared the terrain for what conversion, my son. Conversion, for conversion they are doing all these things. They just grouped two or three agendas, and in one agenda they broke all these things. In one strike, one stroke of, and they got all these things. Just one throw of stone, they got three fruits: one destroying caste, destroying knowledge system, making them able to convert to other Christianity. Whatever they are doing now is simply do some doctorate work on this. You will see that researching, you will get to this knowledge that I came to know through meditation. That's all. You meditate upon your network, because we were very, very strong. Through our rishis were strong because they went to meditation. We have to do this, and we have to, I think we have to establish a school wherein research fellows should be trained to meditation, and they should meditate upon what the future of India should be, and it should not be. And we have to copy that. After the meditation, they have to do some the research. Some people should write down after after the meditation. Some people should come and write down all the ideas they got when they were in meditation, upon a certain goal, certain fixed target. We have to fix a target, and then reflect upon it in a state of meditative concentration, and you will get many ideas, and you will know the whole history. This is the was practiced by our rishis, and they gain knowledge about the solar system, the cosmic system, the galaxies, how they function, how the macro level, micro level, how the ants are moving, how the bees are coming and doing their job in their flowers, and they gained a subtle knowledge of a turtle, which used to lay eggs, and from the distance itself, by just thinking, they used to hatch them. How some fish used to see the eggs and hatch them through their look. They were telling all this knowledge, have you understood this? Just by looking at the eggs, the fishes were able to hatch them, to make them reproduce. How it is happening? How they knew all this? Because of their meditation. So we have to bring this knowledge. Example, we have to apply for a engine of now India is very lagging in engine manufacturing. Some 100 people should be brought, 100 engineers. They have to meditate deeply for 1 hour on a conception of a engine, aeroplane, the air fighter engine. And after the meditation, they have to write quickly what their thoughts were. And examining the 100 papers, we can make an engine that can never be destroyed by the Americans. You understand? How the power of dhyana and the concentration is. If you don't understand, I pity you. But I think you are as intelligent enough to understand all these subtle truths.